Right, so let's check our world map again and see how long our delivery is. Answer, very. Also, seeing how we can change things a little bit, perhaps, to make it even longer. Should we? Gee, that's quite good that we're going that way to cover off these areas anyway. That little bit there's going to be annoying. That doesn't matter. We'll be back. We don't need to go that particular direction, though. But we do want to go... No, we don't want to even go on that road, if we can help it. That's interesting. So, how long does it make the delivery if we do this? Not much difference. But that way we're going on roads that we haven't discovered yet, which is nice. How about that way? A little bit more, 50 k's more. But, again, roads we haven't been on yet. So that's nice. You can even schedule a little rest stop there. Crucially, we'll be covering off this little gap here, which I think might be the only thing we have to do in Denmark. Because otherwise we're pretty covered on Denmark. We do want to go back for the sake of getting the viewpoints and photo areas, but it's not urgent. And we end up at Hertzschals, and it wants us to go to Christiansand and drive up the coast to Stavanger. We probably just want to take the boat at that point directly to Stavanger, and then we do a coastal drive. We do a separate session exploring the photo areas. I think that's good enough. I don't think we want to push it out too far. Let's get hauling. Let's get this job done, as Geralt says. There's a lot more to discover around here, but we'll have to come back. Lamborghini on the back of a flatbed back there? Interesting. We do have some car mods that we've had running on this profile for ages, just changing the cars and colours and stuff. I think that might affect the models slightly. I'm not sure you normally get exotic sports cars. Maybe you do. These trees look like they're extending out a bit, but thankfully they don't have collision. Time to go out of the truck for an out-of-body experience. Also a case of just going through here to discover, hopefully that... we needed to do the road still. Ooh. I hate it when it's a split up like that. Oh well. Okay. Oh, I missed the fact that it has a cross above it. Okay. And it just ruined my truck. Fantastic. There's been a lot of these sorts of toll booth areas that I've been driving through around. I guess it's just Austria. The new ones in Austria, you just go to the right lane and go straight through. But not these, apparently. It wouldn't be a delivery of mine without completely wrecking the truck at some point. Let's be fair. This is also why I normally drive in first-person mode
Right.
when I'm going through tight bends,
Exit right.
but it's not as scenic.
Okay, let's find a new route.
We
Rerouting.
thread the needle.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
There's no wonder I usually end up damaging the truck.
Get ready to turn right.
We're in this for a fun time, not a good time. Wait.
Turn right.
Fun time, not a safe time. How's that? So 31 in-game hours to finish the delivery. That will equate to about an hour and a half of real driving. Though there is a certain amount of that that's taken up by the ferry journey, which will then be abbreviating even further by just going direct to Stavanger, because we don't care about the amount of time it takes. It's like a big difference in terms of ferry journey. If this was a freight market job, we'd probably have to take the shorter ferry and then drive, because otherwise we wouldn't make the delivery on time. But being an external contract, the due time is based on the real world, and we have about 16 hours of real time to finish the delivery. Which should be plenty, even for me.
Keep left.
We're going through the outskirts of Maribor now, so we've made some pretty good progress already. And we're covering off some of these ring road sections that otherwise we haven't discovered. But there's a lot of the extra offshoots that will be a problem later, but that's a problem for another time. So we've got a gas station to drive through up here, purely for exploration purposes. We don't need to stop yet. We could, just for the sake of filling up, but there's a couple of other places that we're likely to go through, so not too bothered.
Exit right.
I'm actually going to slow down for it though, because there's other traffic in here, looks like. They are going through the gas stop though. Just as well we don't need anything, we'd have to wait. That turns that silver to gold. And another border crossing that we don't need to worry about. This one we can't even go off to the right, where we previously would have had to, probably. It's a weird little design thing they've got above there. I don't know what that's meant to indicate, but yep. Let's get back on the road, shall we? Oh dear, trailer damage 6%. That's not good. That's a bit more than what we would have wanted. Now there is a services up here, which I might actually want to take, because I did take a big chunk of truck damage earlier. By misreading a toll booth, which I thought was very rude.
Turn left.
Specifically very rude of it to do damage to me. You're not going to be out of my way so that I can get my turning circle, so yeah, you go for it, whatever. Hello, welcome. Thank you for not driving into my way. And I guess we go around the outside.
Get ready to turn right.
No, we're actually going to go this way first.
Turn right.
Then we'll go around. So there's no depot on this side of things, which is kind of weird, but there is on the other side.
Turn right.
Oh, okay, there was... Why were you stopping, car? You had right of way. I am so confused. Well, at least we're repairing anyway. I swear the AI in this sometimes. Like, he had stopped, he was not turning. He was letting traffic go through for some reason. Let's see how much we owe already. Repair all. Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, we're getting paid well for this delivery as well. It's about 120, 130k or something. There's 25 of it down the drain.
Turn left.
Looking behind this guy, I guess. Again, don't need petrol at the moment, but we are driving straight through. So, let's just fill up. Maybe it'll keep us going a little bit longer. It's also probably cheaper here, don't know. You honking me. Dude, I just filled up. Wow.
Turn left.
I hate traffic. I don't think I want to try and bully my way around to the left. Maybe I do. But I definitely want to, I just don't think it's a good idea. Yes, go, go, go. No, go! Ah, you could have gone. Wow. So risk averse. You gonna go? Who are you waiting for? So confused. I forget what key is honk for me. Don't think I have it actually set. Normally it'll be one of the thumb buttons on the sticks, but I have them set to different things. One's drop trailer, the other is recenter camera, so... More important, generally, than the horn, but... Sometimes you just want to lean on the horn, right? Anyway, after that little side trip, because of misjudging a toll booth, we can get back underway.
Keep left.
Alright, toll booth. Let's try and not crash into it this time. Also, there's a little bit off to the right up here, just before the toll booth, that shows as grey? So, I don't know what that is. It's just this car park bit here, I think. Okay, well, let's just swing through here quickly first. Eh, it's a truck stop, random. And then this is what I was trying to do with the one earlier. Is go out wide and then just drive straight through, because that's what you do here. Unfortunately, they're not consistent. Now we get into the very beautiful mountain valley. I just love this kind of part of the world. This sort of terrain in general. Misty valleys with waterfalls and pine trees. Very nice. Now, an interesting point with this delivery is we're actually going to have to figure out where to sleep next, because our bed is slowly filling up with blue. Apparently that's what happens when you need to sleep. Guy's going through as well. Please be quick about it. There's a gap. I'm going for it. There we go. My cardinal rule whenever I'm driving in this game is don't brake as often as possible. We don't stop for no one. Just terrible advice, and do not do that. But I just like driving at top speed. There were a couple of rest stop areas that are kind of scheduled for us to explore the areas. So it depends on how close we can get to one of those before we really need to sleep. Or what else we can find on the side of the road, if need be. Because funnily enough, we cannot drive 24 hours, or 30 hours, all in one stretch. The ferry trip at the end will refresh us, obviously, as you'd expect. But that's a long way away. We've got to get to Denmark first. 4 hours. So we'll be able to get probably all the way through Austria. We're likely to be somewhere in Germany when we need to stop. At least for the first time. We're probably going to have to stop a couple of times. Unfortunately, us sleeping twice to start with, so we're driving through the day, doesn't bank up. Can't save up sleep. Oh, I wish that were possible. Save up sleep-ins. Instead, I just can't sleep in anyway. I should probably still be in bed, but 10:30 in the morning, too bright. Light starts coming in even with blackout curtains. Too bright, starts to get warm, I start to get hungry, and it's all over. Alright. What are we coming to here? Oh, this will be the old border crossing, probably. Yeah. So now, we'll be entering into Germany. Presumably. And hopefully... I was gonna say, hopefully it all explores at once. And of course it doesn't. So we're gonna have to come back the other way as well. Naturally. I hate it when they do that. It's starting to get a bit cloudy through here. I guess fog. Yeah, we're just going to cut that guy off. Because these guys are going slowly. I mean, to be fair, they're probably going speed limit. But I'm doing 90. I don't see why I should go 80. Hopefully the actual delivery won't be damaged too much. The trailer's up to like 6% now. But hopefully the insides is only like 1%, so we won't get penalised too harshly. So we must be coming up to one of the cities soon. We were going to be passing by Nuremberg, I think. Oh no, this is just a new bridge that they've put in, it seems. Fair enough too. Very cool. Not too much to see around here, whoops, except the side of the road. It's always tricky doing a 360. Don't want to whip the camera around too fast, but it's a bit tricky to do that while still driving. That house up there looks very shocked. Oh. So am I. Anyway. There is a rest stop up here on the side of the road, if it comes to it. 2 hours 34. Yeah, by the time we get there, it'll be getting closer. And it's a case of the next one probably won't be for quite some time, so... we'll keep an eye on that. .27, so that means it'll be 8 p.m. is when I need to sleep by. And technically, you don't start actually, like, greying out dangerously until an hour after that. So I can drive until, like, 9 p.m. I would get fined, but I have those turned off. So I'm only worried about the times that the game basically makes you black out as a penalty. Okay, yeah, we're actually gaining on that next gas stop much quicker. So it won't be that one, I don't think. So we'll just have to hope there's another one further along. Okay, so if we really needed to, we could always dip down into Nuremberg to catch a rest. Got an hour and a half, a little bit longer drive time before I have to take a sleep. Now the gamble is I didn't stop at the previous one, and now I don't really see one. Except this was apparently one right here and it didn't show on my map. Okay. I was zoomed out way too far. It doesn't show on this map. Okay, so that's dangerous. I need to just stay in here. Because that probably would have been a good place to stop. Never mind. There was I thinking the icons would show on the zoomed out view for important things like, you know, rest stops, gas stations. Apparently not. I wish you could configure that as well. Like, choose which icons you wanted to show. That's the other downside with driving in third-person viewers. In first-person, I'd have the dash GPS, which would show more. It's really annoying. Because, yeah, that would have been a perfect place to stop. And now I'm not sure where the next one's going to be. Kind of have to hope that there's something similar the other side town. And there we go, we're starting to grey out. We won't start to black out for another hour and 43. Which is actually quite a long time for driving, so we should be good. But I am now going to leave that on a more zoomed in level. Because even though even this one didn't show the rest area icon, at least it'll be much more obvious whether something is a rest area. And if we really need to, we can just go back into the cab. They really did a good job of capturing the mood of the lighting in this game, I feel. But that just nice late evening. Sun just peeking through the trees there. Very nice.
Keep left.
Heap lift, he says. It doesn't actually matter because that one would also go straight through. Technically cover less ground, but that's fine. We'll stick to the main bath for now. This one has shoulders and stuff. All the better for speeding in, my dear. See, everyone else can go 120. We're stuck at 80, theoretically. I'm stuck at 90 because of software restrictions. Still no sign of a rest stop. Starting to get slightly concerned. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything the whole way up either. Uh-oh. And now we're starting to grey out a lot more. There we go. We're now at 0. An hour after 0 and you start to black out entirely if you're not careful. Can also just turn fatigue off if we wanted to. Could go straight ahead. Looks like there's something near Frankfurt. Could actually go into Frankfurt if we really wanted to as well. I mean, I'm not hugely against the idea of going straight ahead here. Just varying our route slightly more. I'm just gonna do something I don't usually like to do. I don't like to check my map while I'm driving through. Ah, okay, we were scheduled to go up there. But that's an hour and 18 to get there. I mean, even that'll be an hour and 2, so we're stretching it no matter which way we go. So I guess we may as well just stick to the path. We do have a rest stop scheduled. It's just a little bit further than what we would have liked,
Right.
that's all.
And then exit right. Turn right.
I guess at least that hour 18 or whatever to the rest stop will be calculated on going 80, not 90, so there's that. But still, we aren't going to get there before we start having blackouts, I think. I've got the tense music for this. I'm just going to stay in the cab now, I think, for if I need to do kind of tricky maneuvers. I'm going to be trying to take a good line through some of these bends and stuff, just to slightly cut down on the distance being travelled, the time taken. Sort of thing I should have been doing more of right from the word go, and then we'd be further along by now, but never mind. It's one of the things you only really think about doing stuff that when you really need to, and it's already past the point where it would have been most useful. If only we could drive faster than 90. Or if there was a little downhill or something. I'm just hoping that if we do kind of black out, that it's on a straight. Okay, but why does that thing look like a lighthouse? So weird. I think it's just a cell tower. You are getting tired. Tell me about it. And here we are, we've made it. Speeding I black out just as I enter the rest stop.
And then exit right. Exit right.
Did I say I had until 9 o'clock? Well, it's just after 9 o'clock, so we are in pushing our luck territory for sure. Through the gas station area and into the rest zone. And it's one of the annoying ones that we don't actually discover everything properly when we're driving through it, but that's not for this trip to worry about. Stop the engine. Get a really nice sunset shot? My word. That looks good. Very nice. And rest. And 6:10. Time to get going again. Time to hit the road. Now, what we should actually do, a bit more responsibly, is we have about 12 hours or so, I think. So we don't have any things pegged in up here. How long does it take to get there? Next checkpoint time is 12 hours and 26 minutes. So we may actually be able to get there all in one run without stopping for rest. So that'll be interesting. But if we come up a bit short, we do have options. Because I believe...
Let's go.
I could be wrong, it's been a while. But I think it might be 12 hours is the timer that you get. 11 hours, okay. So it'll be close. We're going to be graying out again. But excuse me, arguably that's fine. Because A will be slightly speeding once we get up to speed. And B, we have that extra hour basically as an allowance. But I think we should be good. Speeding plus good lines. It's all pretty easy roads from here, I'm fairly sure. It's all just autobahn, basically. So, yeah, sit back and enjoy the ride. Alright, so we're going past Hanover now, which got redone a little while ago. It's now much more extensive than what it used to be like. Mostly discovered in a Destination Hanover series that we had. I believe they hosted some sort of international convention, presumably something truck-based. And SCS Software featured a community event of delivering things to and from the convention centre. So we did a bunch of those. I think it was actually just 2. I think it was a bit annoying that it was like only deliveries to the convention centre counted, so you always had to then go somewhere else and come back. But it didn't have to be unique cities, at least, so could just go between the same places constantly. I think we did quite a few trips from, like, Duisburg or something. That was a little while ago now. But it meant that we just did discover most of the roads around this area. But we still need to come back and pick up the pieces, really. There's a lot of loose ends. Never really got tidied up. Need to do a lot of deliveries between, like, Hanover and Hamburg or something. Places that have been remodeled. And this isn't going to discover the full gas station. No, of course not. So we're going to discover half of the road going past it. Keep an eye out for any median barrier gaps. Not seeing any. Which means that we're going to have to make extra deliveries, because if there's a way across the median line after a rest area sort of place like that, or an awkward intersection, then at least you know that you can just kind of go round and round in circles until you discover the whole thing. But when there's no way across the median line, it does complicate matters. That's weird. The lane merging down from the outside, or the inside rather. That's odd. Normally you'll close off the outermost lane. How weird. Nice country road for future driving. Get out of the fast lane. Getting past on both sides. It always feels so slow when you're driving along at only 90. Even worse if I was obeying the speed limit. I wish I could do like 120 or something though. It's like we most meant to stay left, no, stay right, sorry, up here. So,
Keep right.
you'd better get past me, dude. Red car, there's the Mini. Okay. We're good. Honk. Right, now we've got to go past Hamburg.
Keep left.
This looks like a lot of intersections to have to deal with sometime in future. That is very much another time me's problem. Preferably without a trailer attached.
Keep left. Keep left.
Okay, this is a lot more expanded. This will be the ports of Hamburg, I guess. There's a big lock system there. Oh, there's a photo opportunity, in fact. I guess we see what that's all about. What have we got here? Kolbrand Bridge. Okay. The big lock system in front of it. So let's get rid of the blur. Let's get the saturation up a little bit. What time of day is going to look better? Dawn? No, too much glare. Sunsets? Does it light up? Kind of, but barely. There we go. That's the sort of light that I quite enjoy. Not rain. I was just thinking maybe a bit of cloud. I guess I would just want to cycle through the options here. Want the sun to be just catching a bit of cloud. That's just cloudless, misty. I don't know what the weather's doing there, but I like it. Yeah. Kolbrand Ridge. Very nice. And yeah, a big port off to the left there. Big container boats. Oh, and a cruise liner. A couple of cruise liners. It is kind of weird that you never get the chance to take a ferry from here to anywhere else. Surely there are some. I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, they've done a big job on reworking Hamburg pretty much entirely, and basically honouring its position as a massive port city with industry. Then putting like lots of these little satellite areas, because these would be the towns that you commute into. Makes perfect sense. That's the way the world works now. Another case of the lane merging down. That's odd. Let's get out of the way of faster traffic, shall we? I guess we do want to be taking good lines and everything, but meh. Coloured fields through here as well. And a big solar farm, looks like. I always have two minds about that. Like, yes, we need more of that. But that area, okay, the bit off to the left is great. That's good use, because you wouldn't really use that bit of land for anything else. The one on the right back there, though, that felt like it was just, you could grow something there. Maybe it's not good soil, who knows. Maybe it's like prone to a bit of surface flooding or something, so things don't grow well. What I'd really love to see more is just solar panels covering car parks. Just no single layer car parks in general would be nice. It'd be mandatory to have at least 2 layers. and with solar panels over the top. I've got the right idea. Entire barn just covered. Really wish our roof on our house was better facing. It's too messy to get good panel coverage. That's probably with a lot of residential properties. Alright, now we're covering off the last little bit, hopefully, that we need to explore Denmark to 100%, and that's just the old border crossing. They just happened to redo the road, it seems, that led up to this point. And bam, that should hopefully be it. Now I've got to just drive the length of Denmark. And then catch a ferry. Where it wants us to go to, like, Christiansand and drive up the coast. Which, I mean, does sound nice, to be fair, but at the same time, I can't be bothered. So we're going to just take the boat direct to Stavanger instead. We'll do a separate drive down the coast at some point. Yeah, think of... Is there a different speedrun route or something that can be done from Norway or something? I don't know. We end up kind of crossing the same sort of bits though. That's the only problem. And once the Nordic Horizons DLC comes out, then it won't be a northerlymost point in like Bergen or whatever anymore, so it would be short-lived for that qualification. I do kind of want to figure out some way to do it as a... I don't know, just the Scandinavian DLC just doesn't really have any love whatsoever for speedrunning, and it's a really nice place to drive through. It is annoying, to be fair, because a lot of it is based around not going fast. So you have a lot of roads with no shoulders or anything, so it does become tricky. But that's part of the fun. So... But there's also lots of ferry routes, which means just RTA becomes super broken, so...
Go straight.
Which, to be fair, is also fun. The other consideration, at least, is that if you incorporate a new DLC area, then you have to run it on, like, the latest version. So that already makes a bit of a difference between other routes that go through Germany,
Right.
like Tampere to
Then
Catania.
exit right. Exit
Getting
right.
hitching every now and then, it's very annoying. At least it's not, like, fully going black like it sometimes does. Apparently that's a photo opportunity through there, but we're really not getting a good view of it from here, so we'll leave that for another time. We'll just have to do like a Scandinavian photo survey stream. See if we can map out, make a route that we just kind of go contiguously between all of the new photo opportunities. Not sure if there's actually any viewpoints. I think it might just be photo ops. On the one hand, I do appreciate how it's kind of freeform with the photo opportunities, where you rock up, you get whatever angle that you can get on the landmark. But I do kind of wish that there was just a spot that you stopped on and it gave you the opportunity, like it pre-focused it for you and stuff. And then you could just tinker with it in terms of, you know, time of day, whether you could move the camera from that point, but at least it would give you like a starting point. Would be nice. Just an idea of, hey, here's the best angle on this thing that we've put in the game, instead of you having to kind of hunt around for it. I wonder if that sort of thing would be good as a new profile speedrun, where you can just explore around, have to decide what to do with your trailer and stuff,
Go straight.
and just take a photo of all of the relevant things, because I think the photo gallery is like profile specific. I don't think it's based on your game account. I mean, all the screenshots go into your Steam folder, but they'll only tick off in the game if you've actually visited there with that profile, I'm fairly sure. So that'll be a good verification. The reflections on the walls are showing outside views as if we were above the ground while we're going through a tunnel. Yeah, their reflections need work. They cut some corners. It's at that point that, why bother? I don't know. I mean, that's kind of on me. Maybe I should just turn reflections off since they're not very good. Because then it just becomes more distracting. Also, it wasn't Arlberg, it was Hirtshals, so we've still got a little bit further to go. There we go. We're almost there, though. Just this last little bit, just to the north of Arlberg. Another 21 Ks. Which will not take us long. And then we're yawning, but we'll be sleeping on the boat. And then we'll also need gas, but we can worry about that before we set off on our next journey, basically. It's not going to be relevant this time round. That said, if we pass a gas station on the way to the ferry terminal, I might just stop, because why not? We passed services, but we haven't taken extra damage. Yep, there is a gas station. It's not really on the way, but it's kind of close enough. Time to get in the cab again for urban driving. You know, the queue looks to be smaller if I go this way.
Turn right.
And then we might just go psych and actually turn right. Oh, except that bus is going straight ahead. That's rude. Okay, the truck was not. Hate it when there's a right lane and then they just go straight ahead anyway. Okay, yeah, we'll just cut on the inside. Sure, why not? He was not stopping for anyone. Of course, you shouldn't have to if I'd actually taken a proper line through there, but you know.
Let's find a new route.
Right, fill up. 193. It was like 176 last time, so it was cheaper down in Croatia, I guess it was, or something. Slovenia, perhaps? Can't remember where it was that I did my repairs, but it was quite a long time ago now.
Turn left. And then turn left.
Have been streaming for almost an hour and a half, and we've been driving for most of that, so not bad going.
Turn left.
Let's get the funky tunes coming through towns. I've noticed a few of the tunes showing up as being like copyright, but allowable on YouTube for some of the music that's now in Persona 3 Reload, or like variations of. This is from the original, but there's ones that are from the original but sound similar enough. Like they have reworked them, but the same song, but just a rendition. And they're not struck, like it, as they say, they allow its use on YouTube, but it has been identified, which is concerning. I don't really want to remove that music from my rotation though. But it's also not like I'm monetized, so it doesn't matter. Cargo, to the left. No, we don't actually get to drive onto the boat. Ooh. Okay, then we can go Bergen, Christensen, or Stavanger. And let's just go straight to the source, shall we? There's no point going anywhere else. If we were against the clock, then that's like an extra 6 hours. But otherwise we'd be driving up the coast, and I mean that probably doesn't take much less than the 6 hours anyway, to be perfectly honest. It's such a long way to actually get out of these places. It always feels so much skinnier than I feel it needs to be.
At the roundabout. Take the
Could there not be a quicker route for trucks with big trailers to go?
exit now.
I mean, I probably could have. You are flying extremely low, Mr. Plane. Oh, you're just taking off, that's why. Okay, that makes more sense then. It's like, you are flying really low. Ah, the airport must be right there somewhere. I guess that's off to my right. That must be the airport in there or something, and it just took off. It's kind of cool. Didn't realize they had that. I think I've seen it a couple of times around Amsterdam.
At the roundabout, take the
So you go like under the runway, there's like a tunnel that goes under the runway.
Go straight.
Hmm, 1:48 AM and there's still light in the sky.
Keep right.
Earth axis be crazy.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
And we are almost at our final destination.
Turn
For
right.
this. And then we do it all again in American Truck Simulator. Oh, it's the second right.
We're here. Now drop the load and go.
Where do you need it? Yeah, nah, fam. Let's just play it safe. Let's just drop it straight down here. Still got to get a decent angle, which... Oh, we did. There we go. I thought I was going to have to back it up and, like, fix it up and everything. Cool, that is 7 out of 14 for the Valentine's Day event. Good work. Yeah, we took a bit of damage. 1.8%. 10,000 euros. Bam. Ouch. Oh well. And we paid like 25 grand to repair ourselves. But, you know, not bad for 1,907 kilometers that we drove. And that was cut down significantly by us shortcutting and not taking the ferry to Christiansand. Because otherwise that would have been... What is that? It's an extra... Oh, it's only 3 hours of driving, looks like. It's only less than a couple hundred Ks even. So it would have been more time efficient to do that. But, we just finished. And yeah, we've now hopefully ticked off, we got the 100% for Denmark now. Excellent. Fantastic. Alright, so next time we're going to have to do some sort of journey around Scandinavia to visit all of the photo spots and viewpoints. It's kind of tricky in terms of the ring road nature of this bit. I guess you wouldn't start from here. You would actually start from somewhere else and work your way around. You'd probably start from Uppsala, to be honest, because there's one there, and then you just work your way through Stockholm and down to Kalmar and through Trelleborg, Odense, then up to Hirtshals, go up to Oslo, and then go from there. Okay, well, we just plotted out what we're doing next stream in ETS2, I guess. But for now, that'll do for here, and we'll see you shortly in American Truck Simulator.